Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Broncos will kick it off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Smothers. He was looking for some running room, but not. To be found as he stopped at the 18. All wideouts, no backs. Wilson will throw. Floating away. He'll try to do it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Gonna swing it on second down. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. So much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
He'll pull it down. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. That's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Gives it on the option. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wilson to pass. He lets it fly. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On the ground, it's Sherrod. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play. And the Broncos headed quickly to the line. They'll go right back to him. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's got him. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback extends the play. crowd, and now he's got room. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
So hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Quarterback on the keeper. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. I don't know that there's anything more demoralizing to an offense than the fumble. I know the defense makes plays, but sometimes they just seem so unnecessary or sloppy.
And I think the offensive coordinator now has some decisions to have to make. Oftentimes, Reese, we see running backs fumble, they get benched. Well, this offense, we're not going to bench this guy because of his talent. But how many more times do you trust him to carry the football on design quarterback runs after that fumble?
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first.
You talk about frustrating for a defense. You think you got them stuck, you got them backed up, 3rd and long, and they run the ball for a first down. Oh, it makes you so mad.
And the Broncos are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Madsen. Using the quick game. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. They'll try the run. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wilson will throw. Fires to the big fella. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield?
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't...
Got enough space, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
Number 30 sets a kickoff.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wilson to pass. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his...
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sherrod. Touchdown, Boise State. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. That'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. NC State backed up in its own territory, just looking for some room on first down. Wilson will throw. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Direct snap. It's Sherrod. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Sherrod. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
And the Broncos want to move quickly. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wilson to pass. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half.
The score, Boise State 26, NC State 0.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Boise State offense will take over 1st and 10.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Buys a little time with his feet. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Right down the middle. Hauls it in. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. Crosses the 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Brings up 2nd down.
He'll do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
He'll keep it himself. Finds some fresh air. Spins away from the defender. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Madsen. Got out of trouble and throws. Touchdown, Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
That makes the score Boise State.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Grimes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over 1st and 10.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And they can't make the connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Pace, 27.
The play action fake. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Thomas looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Anderson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
I love the job by the receiver there on the curl route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
Throws to the wideout. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Plows through the defense.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short.
Trick 9B.
They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Rides the back on the option, the give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Broncos will hustle to the line. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Got a man. It's Gaines. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Man, you hate that if you're on defense. 3rd and long, you've got everybody covered downfield, and you let the running back pick it up on a check down throw. You've got to be way better tackling in that situation. That is a blown opportunity for this defense.
The Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Broncos will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The give on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Madsen. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. 4th down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in